Hey Andrew, Demetrius here. This video I told you I'd put together for you. So what I did is I typed in hydrojetting Hackensack, New Jersey, and you'll notice at the top of the page here there are a couple of businesses that are running some Google guaranteed ads, right? These guys showing up right here. Can be a decent way to drum up some leads, but kind of think of just on your own times when you're searching for something. How often do you click on the ad, right? Not too often. The next thing I want to talk about here is these organic listings, right? And these are businesses that have ranked their web pages. Now, normally you will see the map pack kind of listed just below any ads, right? Like we see here. Ever so often, Google will rank a web page above the map pack, right? Now, when it comes to search, it's ultimately about establishing authority in your particular niche, right? In this case, jetting. And so, it's really, Google's an open book test, and it'll show us what we need to do in order to, not only compete with, but outrank our competition. And so, success leaves clues, and so we can go in and take a look and see what these guys, Jersey Drains, are doing, and replicate some of the actions that they're taking, and maybe add on a little more in hopes of showing up here in this top three, right? Before we get to that, though, I want to get back to this map pack, because it is some prime real estate, even though it is showing below some of the organic listings, right? There's some prime real estate here. And so you'll notice that you guys are sitting at the top here, which is awesome, right? Kudos to you for whoever helped you along the way get there, because realistically, usually 7 out of 10 people that are looking for any particular service stop here, right? So that means you're going to get that phone call, or they're going to go to your website and fill out a contact form inquiring about your services. And so good job for you there. And as you notice, that having the most reviews isn't always a factor, right? But one thing I will point out here is that you have all 5 stars, and these guys, even though they have 233 reviews, looks like they've maybe got some 1 or 2 stars and there are things to help bring that down to a 4.2. So good job for you on that. So back to Jersey Drains, right? We can take a peek here and see what these guys are doing. So right off the bat, I noticed this is one of their sub pages, right? This isn't their home page. Most businesses generally will rank a home page first, but I noticed that these guys are they're headquartered in Rutherford, right? Not Hackensack. And so these guys are ranking in multiple locations, right? Which it appears that you want to do also, because you serve more than just your local market. And I'll kind of talk about some ways on how you can do that, right? But first and foremost, right, you see that they got call to action, right? Request service there that goes to a contact form. They also got the phone number. Because if I'm looking for your service, I need to be able to get a hold of you. If not, I'm going to go to your competition, right? Next is content. Half of ranking any web page is going to be based on content, right? Having authoritative content using the keywords that you're wanting to rank for, right? In this case, jetting, right? So here are these guys right at the top of the page: water jetting in Hackensack, right? And you usually want to, have, I'd say, 1,000 words of content on each page that you're wanting to rank. These guys did not need quite as much, because they probably have a strong homepage, right? And so some of this stuff passes through, which is backlinks, which I'm going to get to in a minute, right? And so they have a fairly strong site, so that means they don't have to do as much on some of these other pages, right, in order to get that same strength to pass through. Also, another thing is, but with having an authoritative site, is having a lot of content just throughout the site, right? So obviously a homepage, and they have an about page and services. Look at all the different services that they have, and each service is another place to add on content, right? And again, build out that authority for your space. They also have a blog, right? Again, we talked about adding content, right? So with all of those things, these guys have a ton of pages here taking up a lot of space, and then they start adding in all the different locations that they're in, right? So Rutherford, Montclair, Lyndhurst, and so on and so forth, right? Each of those locations also is a place for content, right? So I'm going to take a peek at your site. Kudos to you, right? You got the call to action up here. Got some links to Google, Yelp, and Facebook, which is great. And then some content. Now, you could definitely use some more content here, right? I would spend some time, adding another 500 or 1,000 words of content on this page, right? Case in point is that this is your local market. This isn't their local market, right? This is, outside of their headquarters. This is your headquarters, right? So why not dominate your headquarters? And yes, you're doing it in the map pack, but why not also do it with your web page, right? With your website. You should be dominating your local market, and the map pack is just one space. The more space you occupy, the more chances you have to acquire new business, right? And so, again, more content, right, throughout the entire site. Obviously the homepage, but also, let's see the blog here, and it's awesome, right? And keep adding to that. But also with your services, right? You could expand on this, right? Because main sewer drain, kitchen drain cleaning, right? But you also do, right? Emergency services, that's a page. Hydrojetting, that's a page. Water heater repair, right? That's a page. So leak detection, sewer scopes, right? So really, you got 2 listed here, but you probably have about 8, right? And so you're missing out on some opportunities there to build that out. Actually, notice that you do have some of those listed, but expand on those, right? Because again, it's more space that you can take up on the web, so that you start ranking those sub pages also, right? After you start ranking your homepage, you can start ranking these sub pages just like these guys are, right? And in multiple locations. The last thing I'm going to talk about is backlinks. Now, backlinks are essentially votes to your site, but not all votes are created equal. And the more relevant those backlinks, the more votes you get to your site. So, for example, if you are linking to, say, another sewer and drain company, or another blog that's in, say, Manhattan, or Miami, or Dallas, or San Francisco, right? You're going to get more votes back to your site than if you were linking to, say, Pizza Hut, right? Because you're not in the business of selling pizzas. And so the more of those you can do, it's going to help move you up the ladder in Google's eyes, right? Because as I was looking, I couldn't even find your web page when I was looking through here, right? And that's going beyond page 2, right? I was scrolling for days and I couldn't find you. So luckily, you're getting a decent boost, and I'm sure most of your phone calls are coming from the map pack here, right? But we know that Google's been known to do some things, and sometimes this can go away, it can drop, it could get suspended, right? But what you are in control of is your website, right? And so it would be in your best interest to continue to work on that and build it out. If you already have somebody that can do that for you, awesome. If not, I can take a look at it for you and dig a little deeper and see what else we could do to boost that up and get you in that top 3, right? Because really, no one's going past the first page, right? And so you want to be the first ones to get noticed, just like you are in the map pack here, right? So key takeaways, right? I'm not going to hit on the map pack too much, but it's citations, right? Anywhere your name, address, and phone number show up. Second is content. Third is backlinks. If you want to know more, man, get a hold of me and we can kind of go over next steps. Thanks.